Hey guys, it's CVTsukuyomi, and today I'm doing a deck profile on House of Aces channel. First off, I want to say thanks House of Aces for letting me do this deck profile on his channel. Now I'm going to be showing you guys my Kagero Lawkeeper deck, and this is just my variant. I run an aggressive variant of the build. You can run a control-oriented build or an aggressive-oriented build. I just choose to run the aggressive, like constantly swinging for 21 or 20k all the time. So, but there are different builds. This is just how I run it. So, yeah. So, guys, just want to say thanks for House of Aces, and hopefully you guys can check out my channel. And if you like what you see, subscribe, like, comment, you know, everything of the usual. So we're just gonna start off with the grade 3s. I play 4 Lawkeeper to open up, or make sure I open up with it, or to make sure, you know, just to make sure you have it, because this card is the game changer. Is basically what's going to win you games. Its skill is when you have limit break 4, you can counterblast 1, and it binds all your opponent's rear guards into a bind zone. Now the bind zone is like this. It's just like some random zone on the side where all your opponent's rear guards go there, and they really just sit there and do nothing for that turn. Okay. And then his second ability is when your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, then you 2 or less rear guards, it gets plus 3,000. So for the end of battle. So basically, like, it works together. Its first effect basically gives you the second effect. So it's really good. And the other condition for that first effect is that if your opponent had 5 rear guards in the bind zone, they can only bring back 4. So they have to give up 1, and it gives you a free -1. So it's actually really good. Next card I play 1 Draconic Overlord. I just play it for fun because, like, Kagero decks, I really like Overlord, and, like, I don't know, I just really like the card. I don't actually recommend running it. I just play it for fun, like I said. And then the other 2, I play Draconic Executioner. I would actually drop the Overlord if you're going to play, like, really competitive. I would actually drop that Overlord and play a 3rd Executioner, because Draconic Executioner's effect is that when it's a Vanguard or Rear Guard and it attacks the Vanguard, it gets plus 2,000 attack. And teamed up with a lot of my grade 1s, that gets up to the 20 marks, which is really good. So, yep, that's the grade 3s. Starting off with the grade 2s, I play 4 Berserk Dragon. I just personally like 4. It is a lot, but I personally just like to know that I have it, just to know I have it, just to feel like, you know, I can get a -2 if need be, because to be honest, you won't always get the Lawkeeper. You just play 4 to make it consistent, and if I don't get the Lawkeeper, I still need a way of negging my opponent, so I have to use the Berserk Dragon to get around that. Next I play 4 Nahalem, just a simple grade 2 10k vanilla, and then I play 3 Cross-Shot Garp, and the new 10k vanilla from Extra Booster 3. Now, I do play a lot of the 10k extra boosters, or the 10k vanillas. I play these because they just hit big, like, all the time. Like, you're just going to constantly hit above the sweet spot, which is, you know, like 16 or 17, which is really good. If you're trying to be a more defensive player, I would recommend dropping 1 Berserk Dragon and 1 of these 10k grade 2s, and actually change these 2 cards out for 2 10k intercepts. The Berger, because Berger also teamed up with some of your grade 1s, it actually can hit over the sweet spot. So, which I'll show you guys in a second. So, yup. So, like I said, I'm just trying to be really aggressive with the deck. Grade 1s, I play 4 Perfect Shields because Limit Break is out, and it is pretty detrimental to, like, it could either win you the game or lose you the game. So it's good to have 4, because let's just say I already have a Lawkeeper set up. The other 3 Lawkeepers are basically kind of dead, so, like, it's just good, like, pitching fodder, so it's really nice to have. Yeah, so that's why you play the 4. A lot of people might say 4 is really, like, I guess you could say like really like cloggy, like it clogs up your hand because like they're just sitting there not doing anything. I haven't run into that problem just because I never see 4 every game. At most I see 3. So like, yeah, and sometimes you damage check them, which could hurt you. So rather play it safe. So 4. Then I play 4 Gojo. I'll get into this. 4 Gojo, 4 Bar, and then move this stuff up. Then I play 2 Kimnara and 1 Airmo. I feel like 2 Kimnara is okay. I might drop the Airmo to play a 3rd Kimnara, so just letting you guys know. I just like Airmo as being an option because it can help in some situations. But I might change it out to a 2nd Kimnara, to a 3rd Kimnara, sorry. And yeah. And some people are gonna ask, why are you playing the Gojo? Well, I play the Gojo because it actually is a very good card. Now, like I said, I'm trying to build this really aggressive deck. Like, I'm not trying to be a control... I'm trying to make this deck aggressive, not as control-oriented. Now, the Lawkeeper, like I said, if you guys remember, the limit break ability is you bind all your rear guards, and then when it attacks, it gets plus 3,000. Now, generally, the best move is to have a bar, 2 bars, 2 bars, because you want the best play to set up for is something like this. And you can have something on the side here, like let's just say you have like this with like a Garp or something. This is like one of the best. This is like basically the simple setup of the deck. Because if you use Draconic Lawkeeper's Limit Break, he's basically swinging for 21, which is the sweet spot against 10 or 11k Vanguards. And then Executioner swings for 20, which is, in general, it's still the sweet spot against 10k Vanguards. Most people right now aren't playing 11k Vanguards. Like the only one I can really think of that is detrimental is... maybe Spectral Duke, but they don't always get that off, so you have to remember that. Same thing with Narukami's. If they play Vermilion Kaiser, they're not going to stay in Vermilion Kaiser very early. They're not going to stay in Vermilion Kaiser forever. Same thing with Angel Feathers. If they play the Cosmo Healer, they're not going to stay inside Cosmo Healer for the entire game. They're going to go right into Kyriel, or Narukami's are going to go straight into Thunder Break. So 20 is still going to help you out. And then this guy's just going to swing for 17. But basically you bind all the rear guards and with Draconic Lawkeeper's effect, and you hit for 21, 20, and 17. Really good. That's excluding triggers. You're dropping anywhere from 5 to 6 cards out of their hand, which is really good. That's excluding triggers, okay? Now, the reason why I play this Gojo is because the likelihood of you always getting 2 bar every game is very slim. I mean, you only run 4 in the deck. You can always search one out with Conroe, I understand, but you won't always have that option of getting that last one like all the time. So in order for me to stay consistent, I decided to play the four Gojo. It might be overkill, I agree, but I personally just want to open up with these two cards and be able to ride them, you know, because Gojo, if I can only get 1 bar in a game, I have to put it behind the Executioner. And if I get a Gojo and I put it behind the Lawkeeper, it swings for 20. So it's still a really good number. That's why I don't really play more Kimnara and more Airmo, because I'm trying to swing for 20 and higher, and Airmo and like Kimnara will only help me swing for 19, 18. So like it's not going to help me if I max these guys out too much. I mean, they're very good cards. Kimnara is a very good card, and like I said, I will try to play a 3rd. But right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to max out and try to go for hitting for 20s like all the time, 20s or 21. This is the best field setup you could possibly have, something like this. But you won't always have it, which is why I wanted to play the Gojo, because sometimes, you know, we can't get everything we want in life, so we have to make do. So if I can get a bar, and I can get like a Kimnara or something, you know, this seems more realistic than always getting a bar like this every single game. I don't want to leave it up to luck, so that's where I'm going with that. Yeah. So that was the discussion there of why I play the bars and the Gojos. Really hope it makes sense. I mean, I just wanted to get the point across as to why I play the way I do with the deck. I don't want you guys thinking, that this is the only way to build the deck. Trigger lineup, or grade zeros, we're starting off Lizard Soldier Conroe. It's a 5, and its skill basically allows you to grab any grade 1 you want for a counterblast of 1. Really good, really versatile card, and I encourage you to run it. Next, I play 4 draw, Dragon Dancer Monica, 4 heal, and I play 8 critical. I like this trigger lineup the best because I want to have 8 triggers that are good on both my turn and my opponent's turn. So like the draws, they're good on my opponent's turn and my turn. The heals are good on my turn and my opponent's turn. And the criticals are just good on my turn. So like if I need to be aggressive, I have a lot of criticals. I can hit them. And then if, I need a damage check, I have a pretty good chance of damage checking any of these, so it doesn't, I try to keep a balance between my triggers, which is why I play it like this. I don't play stands, just because I'm not a big fan of stands. So, yeah, that's my trigger lineup. Not too much I can say there. Some people might ask why Monica as opposed to Gatling Claw. I actually, if you guys go check out my channel, I actually do consider playing Gatling Claw. I might play 2 and 2, just to psych my opponent out with mind games, as difference in skill would say. But yeah, Gatling Claw is actually pretty good, because if you don't want to let them get their Mecha Trainer off from Spike Brothers, or you don't want them to get their Conroe off, this is a good option, and it's not bad. I just don't know how I feel about it yet, because the 5 has actually helped me out quite a bit in a few games. So. Yeah, so that's my deck, guys. This is my Kagero Lawkeeper deck. Hopefully it gave you some ideas on how to build your own. This is just my own variant, of course. Obviously, people are going to have different preferences and stuff. But I hope you enjoyed my deck profile. And thank you, House of Aces, for this awesome opportunity. And I hope you guys like my content. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Just check out my channel if you like anything. Hit it up. So peace out, guys.